What is up, guys? Dakota here, and welcome back to the Rubbermaid channel. Now, in today's video, as you can probably tell from the title, we're going to be talking about rear storage space in the two-door JL Wrangler. So, if you're planning on buying one, and you kind of want to know what exactly you can fit back here, that is what today's video is going to be all about. I've got a couple of different things that I'm going to show can fit back here with the seats up, folded, as well as completely removed, so you guys will have a better idea of kind of what can you actually fit back here, can you lie down in it, and things like that. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, guys, first things first, I want to start in the back with the seats in place and nothing back here, just to kind of give you guys an overall idea of space and go over a couple of things. First thing is I have the upgraded Alpine sound system. So as you can see, I got the speaker in the floor on the two-door. And then when you lift up here, if you don't have that, you will actually get all of this space where that speaker is available to put things in. So you get a bit more storage space if you do not opt for the upgraded sound system. Now, I personally, it doesn't really bother me because I prefer to have a really good sound system. But just good to know, that way you guys will be aware of how to get the most storage space in the two-door. Then next, when you actually shut the tailgate, it actually comes up about like right here, so you don't get all of this. It actually takes away a couple of inches. So from here to the back of the seats is about 16 inches in depth, and then from here to here is about 42 inches wide. And then again, keep in mind that with the seats in place, they actually recline slightly, so you're not going to get the same 16 inches of depth all the way up. It's going to come back about a couple inches. So anyways, guys, now that we've kind of covered that, I want to show you what you can fit with the seats in place and what will, with the tailgate being shut, what will actually fit back here. Okay, so I loaded up a 32 case of water here in the back, again, with the seats in place. And you can actually fit two of these side by side, and they will fit. It'll be a little snug, but they will fit. I'm going to go ahead and shut the tailgate. That way you guys will see how much space and what is left over once you actually shut the tailgate. So as you guys can see, you still get some decent space. Now, as you can see, this kind of cuts into some of it, but then you've got a couple of inches here between the case of water and the back. So you still have plenty of room. And again, it'll hold two of these. I've done it before. It'll hold two. And then you still got some height to where you can come up, you know, to the top of the seats, and they fit pretty easily. So again, just to give you guys an idea of what can fit here, a 32 case of water will fit just fine, and you can have two of them in here, you know, kind of some day-to-day household things. That way you can kind of get an idea of what fits. So now what I want to show you is we're gonna go ahead and lift this up, fold the seats over, and then it's as simple as just doing that. So now we've got more space to work with, and if I push, you can see, you know, now it's got even more space in the back, and I'll show you guys kind of what else can fit back here. But now you're dealing with the same 42 inches in width basically, but now you've got from the back, so from here all the way up to this bar of the seat, you've got about 32 inches of depth. So you've basically doubled it, doubled the space. And again, as you go up, you know, you're going to run into things like this, so it's not going to be perfectly flat and have 32 inches the entire way up. But you do get more space, and now you can actually sit back here. So as you can see, I'm sitting back here, and you know, I can actually have some decent space. Now, I'm not a very big dude, so you know, take this with a grain of salt, but I can sit back here if I wanted to, and you know, have lunch or something like that. But you do get more space, a lot more space, when you do fold these guys up, and you can do that. You know, you can still keep these here just in case you do need to carry that person, or if you don't have a place to store these, and still be able to get some more space for more things. All right, so as you guys can see, I have put this Rubbermaid box in the back that you might recognize if you're familiar with the channel from I used this to take some stuff when I went on my first overland trip. So this guy is about 27 inches wide and about 20 inches deep and about 18 inches tall. So as you can see, with the seats folded up, not out, with the case of water and with this guy, you still got a little bit of space in front here, but as you can see, you're kind of right at the edge of where this box and where the seats are touching. So there's not really anything that can really fit back there that's going to be large. You still can stack some stuff on top. You know, as you can see, the backs of the seats go up quite a little bit compared to this box. But that basically takes up the entire width here, case of water and this box. Now, just to show you, if I change this and put it this way, it doesn't really fit. So it would not be able to shut. You guys can see it's not going to shut, simply because if you see back here, you still have plenty of space, but with the seats angling back a little bit, it runs into it here and you can't scoot it all the way forward. So that's why you gotta kind of turn it around and finagle it, which if you're gonna be packing your two-door JL, you will be doing some finagling. But anyways, as you can see, there's still plenty of room here, and that still allows, you know, the seats to be in there, the seats to be there just in case you think you might need them, but you can still pack a decent amount of stuff in here, because obviously you can pack some stuff here. You know, you can fill this entire thing up, just to give you guys an idea of the space back here. So now what I'm going to do is take the seats out and then show you guys how that looks. All right, so now I've removed the seats, and now we've got way more space. There's nothing in the way. It's just a big open box here. Now you've got way more space, and if you guys can see, so right here, it's about a ½ inch from this. You guys can tell here, it's about a ½ inch difference from this floor to this part of the floor. Now from here all the way up to the roof, about this part, not necessarily this ridge right here, but this part of the roof, you're getting about 42, 43 inches of height from here up to here. And then from that same spot about right here all the way up to the edge of the cup holders in the back, it's about 42 or 43 inches as well. So you're gaining a lot more space. It's a lot more open. There's nothing kind of really hindering the space. So now I'll show you guys what that same water case and Rubbermaid box look like once you put them in here. All right, so now both of those are in, and as you can see, there's a lot more space. It feels a lot more open, and obviously, you know, you've still got the space right there in the footwells where you can pack some stuff, and you know, if you kind of want to maneuver these around, you know, you can still fit a bunch of stuff back here now. And then obviously it's also going to depend on where you have your seat set. So like I have the passenger seat set a few inches further back than the driver's seat. So for the driver's side, I actually have a bit more space. If you guys can see, it's at an angle because the passenger seat is further back. All right, now keep in mind, guys, it's going to depend on where you have these seats, you know. So I asked a lot, can you sleep back here? Can you fit a bike in the back? Things like that. It's all going to depend on, do you have someone else going with you? And if you do, you know, how tall are they? Do they need a lot of space? How tall are you? Do you have to sit closer or further away from the steering wheel? A lot of that stuff is going to play into what you can actually fit back here. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how much space you can have. I'm going to move that seat all the way forward and then show you guys what you can fit back here if you can lay down and things like that. Okay, so can you fit a bike in the back of a two-door JL? Short answer is no. You could probably fit a full-size like mountain bike in the back if you were to take the tire off and then set the tire aside and put the rest of the bike in. But the problem is the speaker and then the roll cage, if you will, brings it down quite a bit from the top of the roof, so the handlebars and things like that kind of get in the way to where you can't actually fit the entire bike in the back of the Jeep. Like I said, if you take the tire off, you could probably make it fit. Just currently just putting a whole bike in the back, not really ideal, and you're not really going to get anywhere with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the bike out and then just kind of go over how much space you get when you fold that seat forward. All right guys, so with the seat pushed all the way forward and tilted forward, as you guys can see, I got the good old measuring tape out, and that gives you about 58.5 inches to the base of the seat, give or take about half an inch, which is only about 4 feet 10 inches. So most people are going to be taller than that, but I am going to show you guys kind of, if you really wanted to, technically you could sleep back here if you really wanted to. It's not going to be the most comfortable, you're not going to have the most space, and then obviously if you're sleeping back here, that's going to take away some of the space and the things that you can take back here, because obviously you're going to be laying down right here. But I'll go ahead and show you with the swing gate closed, kind of how you could sleep if you really wanted to sleep back here. All right, so I'm currently sitting. As you can see, keep in mind there's this drop off that goes down to where your feet normally go for the footwell. So here's the back of the seat. Now there's a couple of different ways that if you really wanted to sleep back here, you could. So you could either just keep your feet kind of, you know, out here and keep your legs bent, and then lay down. And as you can see, my head is basically touching. This is probably like, it's probably a pretty awkward camera angle, but this is, you know, I'm trying to show you guys. So my head's basically touching, and you know, it's not gonna be the most comfortable. As you guys can see, my legs are kind of bent up and everything. Or you could obviously, you know, put your feet up here if you're inclined to having the feet on the back of the seat, which I'm not. So could you sleep back here? Yes, but it is not going to be the most comfortable place in the world to sit or sleep, just because of it. You're not getting that long flat load floor. So could you make it happen? Absolutely. You could definitely make it happen. Me personally, if I'm gonna sleep in the Jeep, I'll just sit in the driver's seat, tilt it back, and sleep like that. It'd probably be way more comfortable. Anyways guys, that's basically kind of me going over the space of, you know, a two-door JL. It's got more than a lot of people give it credit for. You can still fit a lot of stuff back there, but if you're really concerned about space, like if you're really concerned about it, you should probably get the 4-door. Like if it's that big of a deal to you, you should probably go ahead and get the 4-door. For me, it's usually just me and maybe one other person. And if there is more than if it's me and 2 other people, I'm usually not going that far, so it's not that big of a deal space-wise. And you know, I usually keep the seats in, and then I can just fold them up if I need to. Like I said, I did buy a TV stand and was able to put the whole box in here by folding the seat how you guys currently see it. So anyways, I know this wasn't the most, you know, cinematic camera angles or anything like that, but I just thought I'd give you guys kind of an idea of what you can fit back here, because I get a lot of questions on it. And if you do plan on buying one, you know, I figured it'd be nice for you guys to kind of know what to expect when you buy one. I don't regret getting the 2-door. I love it. I love the size of it, and you can still make it practical even though it's not the biggest thing in the world. Anyways guys, I hope you guys are staying safe, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe, and if you do subscribe, click that bell notification so you get notified for more videos, because we'll be doing more Jeep stuff. And as you guys know, I've also got a Camaro, and I do have, hopefully, a C8 Corvette coming in. We'll see how that, it could be 3 months from now, it could be 6 months from now, who knows with what's going on. But anyways guys, take care, and I'll see you next time.